There's right now a time in our country that's very interesting where it seems like men are hurting.
Yeah.
Most likely to deal with mental illness, most likely to self-delete. There's 7 million right now who are not working, able-bodied, able to work, but just checked out, right? Not counted in the unemployment rates. In response to some of this, you're seeing, I'm not sure how familiar you are with some of the red pill, manosphere, alpha male stuff, right? And you've always had a very practical but also masculine frame to what you're talking about. What do you make sense? How do you make sense of the landscape of one, what men are dealing with on a practical level, which is just different, graduating less likely from college than women, and some of the stuff we're seeing from this red pill ideology in terms of it being unhelpful, in my opinion.
Yeah. So for me, I look at Eric Thomas when he was unproductive. I look at Eric Thomas when he was super productive. You know, and the Eric Thomas that was unproductive, you know, did not have a healthy, consistent relationship with the Savior. You know what I'm saying? He was just, what did other people think about him? You know, he was caught up on, you know, Detroit and what everybody in Detroit was doing. Like, just my identity was like crazy. The Eric Thomas that gave his life to Christ is the Eric Thomas that's like super clarity, you know, super reliant on the word and the spirit. You know, I find it funny, bro. Like, you know, people questioning and people having a challenge with, you know, Christianity. You know, again, I'm whatever religion, whatever, I'm not on that. I'm just saying though, like, yo, bro, I'm from North America. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I was taught in school. We was praying in school when I was growing up, you know, in God we trust, God bless America, you know, but then you get to a point where, especially in this generation, where it's like, almost like, is that okay to be it's like, bro, this is where I was raised. This is what I was taught to do. Like, I was given the Bible at a young age. It was churches on every corner, you know, in Detroit, Michigan. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, the embracing of God has revolutionized and transformed my life. Bro, we ain't no religion. I'm telling you my life. Like, I've become a better man. And as a better man, I became a better husband, a better father, a better son. You know, my mom and my dad are living in the house I bought next door to me in Michigan. Like, you know, my parents, I ran away from home. I was cussing my parents out, and I don't even cuss. I was telling my father, I'm gonna take your life. It was like, before God, bro, I didn't know what was going on. I was following people. I was worried about people. And to make it practical, and I don't say this to disrespect Cadillac, you know, unfortunately it happened, but I bought I got a 2021 and a 2023, you know, Escalade. And my 2023, the engine blew with 10,000 miles on it. It's crazy. But I never thought to call Porsche. I never thought to call Nissan. I took the Cadillac back to Cadillac. It was like, yo, y'all got to fix this. Something's wrong, you know, and they gave it back to me 2 weeks later, right? Gave me a loaner, gave it back to me. Why do I say that? I feel like when something is wrong, you got to take it back to the creator. You just got to take it back to the manufacturer. Like, whoever built it, you got to take it back and go, it's broke. And so I personally feel like, you know, the removal of a relationship with God is the reason why we're having a bunch of challenges, because now it's like, bro, it's real. I couldn't imagine, but for my children, yo, you got to go on the internet to see who you are. Like, you got to go on the internet to compare yourself with another person to figure out if you know that, bro. That's not to me. That's not what I want to do. Do I look at the internet? Absolutely. Am I on the internet? Absolutely. Do I read and research so I can help this generation? Absolutely. But I'm not going to the internet for my cues. I'm going to prayer. I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to the Father. So I just feel like when you got to go to something. So if you ain't going to God, you got to go to either narcotics. You got to go to alcohol. Like, you got to go to something. You got to go to other humans. Like, you got to go to something. Like, no man is an island. So you're not going to go through your go-through in isolation. Like, you got to have a vice, or you got to have a Lord. And, you know, for me, he said, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. I don't have to go to this, go to this, go to this. So I just think a lot of what we're seeing right now, you know, and I know people will debate me, but I think a lot of it is not having a relationship with the creator. And when you have a relationship with the creator, again, we're not just talking about religion, we're talking about, he's going to specifically say, Eric, these are the gifts that I gave you. This is how I want you to use these gifts. This is how I want you to be a blessing to the earth while you're on there. And I just feel like if we would bring, you know, the creator back into the conversation, I just personally think some of the stuff that we're seeing, and to the level that we're seeing it, I think it'll go away because people will be moving in purpose and not in popularity.
That's good.
Hey, you want to see something kind of crazy?
over 75% of the people that watch this channel are not subscribed. Please consider subscribing and turning your bell notification on so that you don't miss anything we have going here. That's good. What do you say to the Christians and the people who already have faith, but maybe because of how they were raised, maybe because of their zip code, maybe because of whatever, they're struggling with that other side, that abundant life side that we're talking about, right? The Matthew 25 parable of the talent side. How do you relate to those people? Maybe it's an ideology they have. Maybe it's just their experience is what it is. And where would you say like the root of that theological dilemma that they're struggling with is?
Yeah, I'd say because it's, I hope my mom don't get upset, right? But mom is just turned 71. Mom worked for Ford for 30 years. And so mom retired, but she still got that juice. Mom ready to move. And so mom's looking for what's next for her. And so, I told my mom just this yesterday. I was like, Mom, I just found out, you signed up for this program, which I'm a part of, and then you talk to this person and you talk to that person. I was like, yo, Mom, that's the absolute wrong thing to do. And she's like, what are you saying? Like, son, I'm trying to figure out my purpose. I was like, okay, Mom, but you can't have 3-4 cooks in the kitchen and you getting a recipe from all 3 or 4, Mom. Like, Ma, if you're gonna do macaroni and cheese, like pick one person and go with that one. But if you take a little bit of this, a little bit, like, Ma, it's gonna mess everything up. Like, you have to be singleness of focus. And so I think one of the challenges with a lot of Christians is that a majority of what God teaches us, we embrace. But then we start embracing what the culture teaches us or what the zip code teaches. Like, there's a philosophical belief in our culture or in our community. And so it's like, for me, it was like entrepreneurship is a cuss word. And I'm like, yo, Mom, I'm not trying to be an entrepreneur. I'm trying to do what God called me to do. And God told me, I don't want you to work anymore for an institution. Like, I need you to freely come and do this podcast if I need you to do it. I need you to roll up to the school if I need you to roll. Like, I want to be your boss, son. So for me, he told me, I need you to be an entrepreneur. That was a curse word to my mom. Like, how you gonna eat? How you gonna take care? And so I feel like what's going wrong with some people is like, unfortunately, you can listen to God and entertain the enemy. Like, the enemy doesn't mind you. Like, okay, you wanna spend some time with God, you spend some time with me. Like, you can do God during the week, you can do me on the weekend. God says you must serve me with your whole heart, your whole mind, your whole soul. Like, he's not interested in a part-time relationship. It's like full or nothing. And so for me, what I had to do was go, yo, if I'm gonna do God, I gotta do all of God. I gotta do Genesis through Revelation. Like, I can't pick and choose. And so there's a part of the Bible that says I need to walk in abundance. Now, I'm not comfortable with that part. Historically, why? I grew up in middle-class America. Like, you looked at money in a certain way. It's like we were actually taught, yo, rich people don't go to heaven. You know what I'm saying? That's what we were taught in essence. In the church, rich people don't go to heaven. But as I read the Bible, I was like, hold up, Moses is rich. Hold up, Joseph is paid. Hold up, hold up, Paul, these people are economically well off. Joseph got bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's going on here? Like, this is a contrast. And so God was like, no. You can't follow me and then follow your culture. Like, you gotta follow me. And so I realized, yo, I gotta be a billionaire. Like, yo, I never realized it before, but I was called to be a billionaire. Why? You know how much it take kids to go to the Super Bowl? Like, Super Bowl tickets is $5,800 a piece. You know how much it costs to fly kids from the Midwest to Dubai? Like, Dubai costs. The Atlantis costs. You know what I'm saying? Like, the food in Dubai costs. Like, the Super Bowl food costs. To put kids in the Airbnb just during the day, or to take them to Dave and Buster's, to put them on a party bus. Like, yo, nobody's giving tickets away free. Like, oh, we love you, E.T. We're gonna give you free Super Bowl tickets. No, Super Bowl tickets cost. So God was like, I send kids to college. I buy kids computers. I help kids study abroad. That costs money. So no, I probably didn't need the abundance just for myself.
That's good.
But yes, to do God's work, I need the abundance. So some people 6 figures, you're going to need to make high 6 figures. Some people 7 figures, some people 8, not whatever. Bro, we built a church. Like, the greatest thing I've ever done in my life is that because of the work that we do, we actually built an edifice for the Lord. You know, that nobody gave, we had to buy the land. It was a medical facility before, 16 acres, 2 buildings. We had to purchase it. We had to gut it out. Nobody said, we're going to drywall for free. We're going to lay floors for free. We're going to give you free electricity. We know the work that God is doing. You know what? This LED screen is going to be, all the microphones, we toss it, give, everything is given. No, we had to pay for it, but God gave us a gift, and he said, in your gift shall make room for you.
Hey, if you want to see the extended version of this podcast, completely unedited, consider partnering with us in our online community for as little as $5 a month. In exchange, you get access to these podcasts as we stream them live before anyone else gets to see them. You get access to the replay of our daily after party streams, access to our private Discord server, access to discount codes, and so much more. So help us continue contextualizing the gospel through media, podcasting, and YouTube, and partner with us for as little as $5 a month. Also, be sure to follow us on the Spotify podcast app, on Facebook, and on Instagram. We're constantly posting content there that I think you'll find extremely valuable. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.